Hey guys, it's Leah Buckles here from Prestige Worldwide Medical Consulting. I am a U.S. Army veteran, physician assistant, and former CMP examiner. Today I want to come on and just spend a couple of minutes talking about the MOS Smartbook, which I think is a really helpful and useful regulation. It's actually a Department of the Army pamphlet that I use when I'm looking for information on specific MOSs or occupational specialties for the Army. This is typically for enlisted folks. When I want to describe some of the ailments that they may suffer from and how they can relate to their MOS, right? Or their occupational specialty. So the MOS Smartbook is something that I've used for quite a long time. It's something that while I was on active duty, I used when we were looking at, does somebody meet retention standards for their MOS? Do they need to be reclassified? Things like that. And now I utilize it because it tells you specifically for each MOS, at each skill level, right? Skill level 1 through, enlisted, E1 to E5 to E6, skill level 4, what the specific requirements of that MOS were. So it helps me to put pen to paper to explain some of the things an 11 Bravo had to do, an infantryman or a cav scout or an artilleryman or a medic or whatever, because it's in black and white. So I can say, okay, they had to ruck march, they had to do this, they had to do that. Well, no, here's what they were required to do, and here is the source that I pull it from, right? So it's Department of the Army Pamphlet 6-11. 611-21, right? If you guys can't find it, you're more than welcome to just shoot me an email or drop your information in the comments, and I can send you an email with the information, okay? I may also put it in my file section of my Facebook page if you guys are following that, right? So like I said, I'm going to flip around my camera. I know I'm like super not technically skilled. I'm going to get better. I got to figure out how to get high speed with my electronics, but hang on. Okay. So if you look at this is the DAPAM, and it's a live document and it's interactive, right? So if I want to look and it's a little bit older of a document, but I still use it, right? So I'm going to look for an 11 Bravo. So I'm going to just click on the 11. And then I'm going to go to 11 Bravo up here at the top. Okay. And I'm going to look at table 10. Click on that. And it tells you right here. Okay. So it just takes you right to it. Skill level 1. Here's everything that they had to do. And I'm going to kind of read off. But then you can scroll down a little bit and you can look here. They have skill level 2. So if somebody was a sergeant, if they were a skill level 3, or if they were a skill level 4, right? What they had to do. And this basically synopsis. Skill level 1 has to do the most because, let me flip my camera back. As lower enlisted folks, I used to be one, right? I came in as a PV2 before I commissioned, I went all the way up to E6 before I commissioned as an officer, right? And became a PA. So at skill level 1, the privates and the lower ranking folks, those are the guys that usually have to do more of the heavy lifting and more of the laborious activities, right? And then skill level 2, as you get up in ranks, you have more, you're more of a supervisory role and you're supposed to be that knowledge base. You still have to do some of those tasks, but your physical tasks go down, right? So skill level 1, so I'm not going to read off every single one of these tasks, but I'll read off a few of them so you can kind of get a picture of, what I cite when I discuss what an infantryman used to have to do, right? So they have to, lift and lower 32-pound bags shoulder height, frequently throw 1-pound object 40 meters, frequently lift 45 pounds waist high, occasionally climbs a rope a distance of up to 30 feet, frequently lifts 55 pounds overhead, frequently lifts 55 pounds 3 feet high, moves laterally 5 feet, occasionally carries 153 pounds 10 meters. Let's see what else. Occasionally raises and carries 160 pound person on their back. Okay. Frequently performs all other tasks while carrying a minimum of 60 pounds evenly distributed throughout the entire body. Frequently digs, lifts, shovels 21 pound scoops of dirt in bent, stooped, or kneeling positions, right? So I'll kind of won't continue to read off a million points, but I just want you guys to know that when you're trying to describe like what you did in your MOS, there is a regulation that says this is what this skill level had to do and they were required to do for, you know, to become, to maintain their MOS qualifications, right? And so that gives you a little bit more descriptors of what you can put in when you're talking about, hey, I didn't complain of back pain on active duty because I didn't want to get ridiculed and it was frowned upon and et cetera, but here are some of the things that I had to do, right? You know, and then if you're a paratrooper or whatever, we kind of talk about some of those things. So this DAPAM is awesome. I just showed you guys 11 Bravo. Every MOS is in there. Now, if there's newer MOSs or MOSs were converted, etc., you know, like the 91 whiskey, maybe a 68 whiskey now, things like that, you have to just kind of convert a little bit. But let me know if you guys have any questions on this. I hope it was helpful. And I look forward to hearing you guys' comments on this. All right. I hope you guys have a nice day. Thanks a lot.